So, what's up guys? It's the Realist Rantman YouTube channel here, and I'm back with another video. Um, making my second video in a row. Do you know why? Because I thought, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna grind a little bit today. No, this isn't really grinding, is it? Let's be honest. Yeah. The reason why I'm making this video is because someone requested me to do a video on bullying, and to be fair, I've never actually ever gone over my experience with bullying. Now, this could count as bullying, this could not do, because here's a hint, right? And actually, I'm just going to leave a shout out right now. Shout out to Judy Goddard for leaving this comment. Judy, I'm guessing Judy's a girl's name, so I'm guessing it's a woman. So feel free to leave to give her some support. But anyway, the reason why I'm making this video on bullying is, to be fair, I've always talked about how smothering my parents are. I've always talked about how my dad has let my stepmom abuse me. That one time when she threatened to beat me up because I refused to get the open the door for her granddad at like 7 in the morning, and I couldn't even see who it was. I think I thought that it was her granddad, but I wasn't 100% sure. So I thought, well, this could be a paedophile, so I'm going to go into the room. And then obviously she opened the door, talked to her granddad. I still ignored her even when she said, "Can you open the door for my granddad?" But then again, that could have been a paedophile as well, because she might have thought it was her granddad when it wasn't. You know what I mean? You have to be careful with these things. And I remember when I was 9 years old, and then after 10 minutes, her granddad left, and then she closed the door and then went into the living room and grabbed me by the scruff of the neck and put her fist back like this and said, "I swear to God, if you ever," like this, literally like this, I said, "I swear to God, if you ever do this again, I'm going to beat you." You know what I mean? That is what she did, right? If my dad and my stepmom see this and they say, "Oh, it's not true, you're just being over dramatic." No, I remember it happening. You know what I mean? I literally remember it happening even from back when I was a kid. Even when I was like 14 and I wasn't as obsessed about it, because obviously I was a fucking, I was a typical teenager who's been brainwashed and distracted by school. Now that I don't have those things in my life, those distractions in anymore, guess what? It's all coming back now. But even then, back when I was 14, I still remember that. A lot of the stuff I remember was coming back now, and I kind of forgot it when I was a teenager. It was obviously lockdown, because I wasn't doing anything. I've kind of remembered a lot of the shit that happened to me in the past. So that's basically what happened, right? That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened, right, with my stepmom. And I remember one time, right, because I might as well count my step parents, right? Might as well. My stepdad, I think I've already described this in another video, but if you're new to my channel, basically one time, can't remember exactly what I was doing, by the way. I'm guessing I had a fight with my little sister, as we usually did back when we were kids. And he put me on a stool, and he went to smack my head against the wall, like, when you do this, you go bang like that, and he went to do that like pretty hard, by the way. And I slipped, and my head hit the corner of the wall, and because there was a metal part sticking out, it cut me, and blood started dripping down my neck, down my back. And when my mum came back about half an hour later, because she went out to do the shopping, he told her that he didn't mean to hurt her, and that I had an accident. So he basically lied to her that he was meant to hurt me. Now, I don't think he meant to cut me, because it's going to just be more complicated, isn't it? But he did mean to hit my head. He definitely did meant to abuse me. I mean, I don't know what I did to cause it. I don't bloody know. I'm guessing I had a row with my sister, but I remember right now, as I'm thinking in my head, he told me to stand up on the stool. I standed on the stool, and then he got my head and like that, and then I slipped on the stool when I hit the. But I do remember that. I do remember it. And then my mum he had the fucking cheek. I mean, he's not with my mum anymore. My mum dumped his ass months after he did that 10 years ago now. But Still a piece of shit. I hope he gets what is coming to him, because he's been treating my little sister like shit for years now. I hope he gets what is coming to him. Yeah, and basically to do with bullying, I bullied? Most likely, yes. I got to year 9 and I was always thrown digs at. But in year 9, basically that would be what, grade 8 if you're in high school. So 13 to 14, right? And and kids, there was one time that I said to someone, I don't think this lad deserves his girlfriend, because this lad was pissing me off, right? I can't remember exactly what he said, but he was just being a dickhead, in my opinion, anyway. So I thought, you know what, I don't like him. His girlfriend's kind of fit, so I've said to this guy, thinking that he was going to keep it all secret. What do you know? This lad came up to me, and he pushed me, and then in DT, which is design technology, him and his mates, not just once but repeatedly, kept pulling their chair away, trying to pull my chair away from me. Kept on throwing stuff at me and etc. So it was like it kind of deserved it, but kind of they over exaggerated. Do you know what I mean? And then what happened is weird, because a few months later, I didn't say anything at all, by the way. I didn't say a single thing. This exact same lad comes behind me, floors me, covers my trousers in mud, my whole blazer in mud, and then says that said this about his girlfriend, even though I did not say a single thing. Right? And then for a week, I literally had to deal with him constantly poking fun at me, throwing stuff at me, gaslighting me, and all. Oh, do you know what I mean? It really pisses me off. And then 2 years, it's really weird, because a year later, he became friends. Weird. He said he treated me too badly, so then we became friends, right? But then a few months later, he then said that I touched his dick when I was playing football, soccer with you in the US, which I never did. You know, I never did. Unless I accidentally touched it by accident or something. He just went around school saying, Tom touched my dick, he's gay, and then gaslighting me, and then said how to go at me, telling me to stop being a pussy, it's a joke. How is telling the whole entire, well, not school year, but school class a joke? I don't get it. And then fair enough, he said, oh, come on, it's just a joke, don't worry about it. But he said it in like a very sadistic kind of way. Do you know what I mean? And then he just randomly came up to me and said, push me. And I pushed him back, and he said, oh, you push like a girl, my sister pushes harder than you. You know, it's just, so then we went from like, he went from not liking me to then being friends with me, which I didn't do anything wrong, by the way. We got along really well. And then, do you know what I mean? Then he just started making up rumours about me again, and then just started attacking me for no reason. And there were always kids. And then in year 10, and kids would always make up rumours about me, because they would say that I was gay. And the last girlfriend I had, right, that was the reason why I had the last girlfriend I had, because I basically used her to basically stop the rumour that I was gay. And it worked. I feel bad, don't get me wrong. It was a terrible, stupid thing to do. It was a waste of her time. I never found her attractive anyway. She never found me attractive, to be fair. I don't even know why she said yes to me. She clearly didn't find me attractive, but it is what it is. And yeah, this was happened when I was 14. So yeah, that's pretty much what happened. And yeah, I remember these. Yeah, year 9 was mostly just made up rumours and occasional physical violence. Sometimes kids would come up to me and punch me in the arm and stuff. Now, year 10, you know, it was grade 9, as I've said. I made this stupid fucking video, right? I'm exposing myself here, of dry humping a watermelon, right? And basically what happens, dry humping this watermelon, right? And saying watermelon porn and all this weird shit, right? It was weird, I'll admit. And these kids, one of these kids, pretty much said, oh "Oh my God, have you seen this video of him?" And I basically showed the video around the entire class, without my consent, by the way, and showed everyone in the class. And yeah, that sucks. You know, that really ruined my self-esteem. At first it didn't hurt because I expected it, but then they kept poking fun at me, and each time there was and everyone just laughed at me, really. People never let me join in with them. Like, people would say, "Oh yeah, I'm not hanging out with Watermelon Shagger. I'm not hanging out with Watermelon Shagger." They would say that. They would literally they were literally so embarrassed to hang out with me. It was awful. Everyone just hated me because of that video. It fucking sucks. And then one time, this kid saw me in Asda's, the supermarket, British supermarket, with my mum, and they came back and they said, "Oh my God, have you seen Tom's mum? You would think she's so fit. You would think that he never came out with her. He's so ugly compared to her." They literally said that. And yeah, and not just that, but they'd always ask out girls for me and say, "Guess what? Tom fancies you," to random girls in the class. And these girls would just reply saying, "Oh, no, he's ugly. I don't want anything to do with him." I would get rejected badly. You know, it fucking sucked. Must have got rejected 20 times by several different girls because these dickheads thought it was funny to ask out random girls for me. Like, why? How is it funny? It's just stupid. Like, kids are such fucking arseholes. Especially teenage boys, man. Each time I see a group of teenage boys, I just want to come up to them and rip their fucking throat out, if I'm being completely honest. Literally, like the amount of times I go past teenage boys and goes, "You're right, that's all hard, that's all the dog's bollocks." I'm like, fuck off. Fuck off. Like, do you know what I mean? It annoys me. I have such a fear of groups of teenage boys, man. I fear them because of the way the kids mob attacked me and took the piss out of me at school. It literally gives me fear. Like, generally, it really does. And then there was one time when this one kid had a go at me. And here's another thing. Where were the teachers? Well, here's the thing. The teachers barely did anything about it. These kids that were bullying me were basically bullying the teachers. The teachers would kick them out of the class all the time. They were rude to the teachers all the time. Like, kids are little shits these days. They need to bring back the cane. They generally need to bring back the cane, man. They really do. Because imagine the amount of bullying that would happen if the cane came back. There'd barely be any bullying because kids would be too afraid to pick on another kid. Because guess what? The teacher would whip their ass with a cane. I think it's more the parents' job to do that, to be fair. And parents are fucking useless. That's why I won't become a kid. That's why I won't become a parent. Because guess what? I've seen kids get bullied. I've been bullied. I've known people that have been bullied. I've seen my cousin get bullied and me have to stick up for him. You know, it sucks. And yeah, at one time I'm out this kid, the exact same kid who showed the video around the entire school year. Basically, I came back against him, and he said, "Oh, go and shag a melon." I said, "No, I'll shag your mum's melons instead." Quite a good comeback, let's be honest here. And he had a go at me, even though he was the one. I kind of started on him, to be fair, but he was the one starting on me. And beforehand as well, he would go up to me and he would get like a pin, and he would constantly stab it in my arm at one point. Say, "Do you enjoy that? Do you enjoy that? Do you enjoy that? Do you enjoy that?" Like, constantly just stabbing with it, like literally all the time. And even when people said he looks like he's going to punch you, he kept doing it. Because I wouldn't do anything because I was weak. I was a coward. I was a pussy. You know, I took shit. I didn't come up to him and just bang, smacked him in the gob. I didn't do any of that shit because I was too scared to. It was too much I wasn't enough of a man. Yeah, and that's what happened. And there's one time this kid the teacher did stick up for him then and said, and when my mum went to parents' evening, he said, "It's glad to see Tom is sticking up for himself." Even though he could have literally, each time I got taken the piss out, he could have sent the kids out. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like they just don't care. They pretend to care, these teachers, but they don't give a shit. And there's one time my DT teacher saw one of the kids try and take the chair away from me because he didn't want to sit on the stool, even though I got to the chair first. And he constantly tried to drag me, and I just stood on the chair, said, "No, I'm not going." And then the kid said, "Oh, I don't like bullies." And the teacher came up to him and sent him out and said, "I don't like bullies." Right? So there is evidence on the teachers that I was bullied. Right? So yeah, in other words, those are my stories with bullying, pretty much. I don't have it all the time in the world because I can't have my videos longer than 15 minutes. But anyway, if you want to leave a like, leave a like. If you want to subscribe and follow more for content, feel free. Leave a comment on what video topic you want me to do next. And yeah, and peace.